And here comes my favorite moment when I actually don't know if I'm here live or I'm not. So, yeah, I guess I look retarded. What's going on? Am I here? Because I see that it's like 26 minutes left until the beginning, and actually I'm here already. And oh, people say I'm live. Привет! Hi there. I always have to go through this like self-humiliation because for a minute I look like a completely retarded person because I don't know how to figure it out. So I hope you appreciate my self-esteem sacrifice every Tuesday. Okay, всем привет! Hi everyone. While we're waiting for a little bit more people to join, tell me where are you from? What countries are here with us today? Except for people that I already know that are there. And I know some very special people are here today too. So hello to my very special people who wouldn't understand 99% of Russian today. Colorado, Denver, hi. Brazil, Algeria, Israel, New Zealand, Australia, Pakistan, Germany, Austria, Canada, Italy, England, Egypt. Oh my god, it's so fast I can't even read. New York. Hi, Daniel. Oh, Matthew, I haven't even started. You're already supporting me with your donations. Thank you so much, guys. I guess I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of today's one because we are having this cute book today, and it's easier in vocabulary terms than the one we had last week, but it's quite long. But it's one of the best books about SHMYAK, one of my favorites because it's kind of cute, kind of father and son type of a relationship, so it's pretty adorable. Venezuela, Uzbekistan, Argentina, Guatemala. Oh my goodness. Hi guys, I'm like super excited that people from all over the world are learning Russian these uncertain days. Okay. So, Ellison, hi. I guess some people are new here today because a lot of people are in quarantine these days, and Oslo, America, of course, you're here finally. What was I saying? So yeah, a lot of people are new here because they're just now sitting at home, not at work. So what I do here is I read a book, Russian language children's book, authentic one, not for Russian language students, for Russian kids. I do it in Russian, and very rarely I explain things in English. So please don't ask me to translate anything to English. That's the whole point. So you try to understand what's going on, looking at the pictures, dealing with the context, observing my crazy facial expressions, and sometimes I get even overly energized here. So yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, you should understand it in Russian 100%. Okay, I guess we're ready to begin. And let's switch our brain to the Russian mode. Russian mode, and yeah, let's speak some Russian. Привет, привет, друзья! Мы начинаем читать книгу «Котенок Шмяк. Как порадовать папу». Поехали. Поехали. Как порадовать папу. Итак, как-то воскресным утром котенок Шмяк завтракал своими любимыми рыбными хлопьями и читал комикс про супер кота. У него было прекрасное настроение. Итак, как-то значит когда-то, однажды, да, однажды. Мы не знаем точно когда. Воскресным утром. Воскресное значит воскресенье. Воскресенье – это день недели. Понедельник, вторник, среда, четверг, пятница, суббота, воскресенье. Да? А воскресенье – воскресное утро. Значит, утром в воскресенье. Котенок Шмяк, да? Шмяк – это его имя, завтракал. Завтрак – это еда утром. Есть завтрак, есть ланч или обед, есть ужин. Да? То есть это утро он завтракает. Завтракает рыбными хлопьями. Хлопья – это, как несквик, да, хлопья, кукурузные хлопья. Дети любят есть хлопья с молоком на завтрак. Только здесь рыбные хлопья из рыбы. Рыба. Коты любят рыбу. I see in the chat people say, please turn the page. What do you mean? Don't you see the text I'm reading? Let me know before I mess everything up here, as usual. What page should I turn? I'm still explaining this vocabulary to you. Technical difficulties. Oh my goodness, what's going on? What do you see on your screen? I see everything fine. Page number 4. No? What is going on? If you don't see something, maybe you just kind of, what's the reload? Reload, please. People say it's the first page. Now it's page number 4, so please reload your browser maybe or something, because everything is fine on my side. Okay, that's nice. So we can continue. Okay, so he's reading a comics here. Oh, comics, sorry, novel. What is it? Graphic novel. I know that some people are insulted when you call it comics. Итак, он читает комикс про суперкота. Помните, супергерой, суперкот, тот, который связан с коррупцией, да? Коррупция у суперкота. Если вы помните книгу, как она называлась, «Шмяк печет торт». Ладно, в общем, он читает комикс, видите, суперкот. И у него прекрасное настроение, значит, супер весело, да, он счастлив, у него прекрасное настроение. Шмяк очень рад. Дальше. А папа сидел за столом грустный и совсем ничего не ел. Что случилось, пап? Спросил Шмяк. Вчера мы проиграли решающий матч. Вот я и расстроился, сказал папа. Угу. Итак, папа Шмяка, папа, кот, сидел за столом. Да, вот это стол. Например, я сейчас, это стол. Я сейчас сижу за столом. Он сидел за столом. Грустный. Грустный, да, грустный. Грустный папа. И совсем ничего не ел. Он не ел. Что случилось, пап? То есть, значит, что такое? Что произошло? Спасибо, Эшли. Спасибо. Что произошло? Пап – это... Let me briefly explain this in English because a lot of people asked me about what happens with that last vowel in the ending. You see, he's asking, he's not saying что случилось папа. He says pap. And this is kind of a remnant of the old Russian case. We had more cases, so you are lucky that we have only 6 now. So it's звательный падеж, when you are addressing someone. So when you are calling someone. For example, when my dad is in another room, I will yell like "pap" without "a" in the ending. Or my name is Dasha for close people. So it's Dasha, but if somebody is calling me, they would say Dash, Dash, Dash. So without "a" in the ending. And don't get confused when you see this. So when somebody is saying your name or getting ready to say something to you, the last vowel is dropped sometimes. Так, дальше. Спросил Шмяк. Да? Вчера мы проиграли. Да? Проиграли. То есть они, как сказать, лузеры, да? Лузеры. Проиграли. Lost. Решающий матч. То есть важный матч. Да? Супер важный решающий матч. Вот я и расстроился. Расстроиться значит быть грустным. Да? То есть он был веселым, а теперь он грустный. Грустный. Потому что они проиграли, сказал папа. Как же так? Воскликнул котенок. Теперь ему стало понятно, почему папа грустит. Папа Шмяка был капитаном футбольной команды «Пушистые тигры». Как же так? Что это такое? Это когда вы в шоке, да? Шмяк в шоке, он удивлен. Как же так? Воскликнул, вы помните, да? Воскликнул, то есть это громко сказал. Этот глагол есть в каждой книге про Шмяка. В каждой. Воскликнуть, громко сказать. Воскликнул. So Daniel says the use of je always confuses me. Je is a very frequently used particle. It adds more emotions to your speech. So как же так? Basically, in English, I guess it would be translated as like, oh my, или oh no, oh how could this happen? So actually, it's just like doesn't mean anything. So he's just like, oh my god. Как же так? So he could say как так, It's like, how is it possible? But it's like, how on earth is it possible? So it's more emotional. You see, if you look at the expression of his dad, he's like shocked that SHMYAK is yelling. And also he's shocked because on the previous page he poured coffee into his cornflakes. So he's like, look at the pictures, they're very funny in this book. Okay. Продолжаем. So G just adds more emotions. Так, воскликнул котенок. Теперь, то есть сейчас, ему понятно, то есть он понимает причину, он теперь знает, почему папа грустный, да, почему папа грустит. Папа Шмяка был капитаном, да, я думаю, вы знаете, что такое капитан команды. Капитан футбольной командой. Команды. Команда называется «Пушистые тигры». Тигр, вы знаете, это такой зверь, да, тигр, бенгальский тигр, например. Это полосатая кошка, тигр. А пушистый – это мягкий, пушистый тигр, да, как флаффи такой тигр. Команда так называется. Дальше поехали. Надо развеселить папу, решил Шмяк. Я посмотрю старые фотографии и пойму, что его радует. Сырник, гляди! Итак, надо развеселить папу. Что значит развеселить? Значит сделать веселым. То есть, чтобы папа был веселый, радостный, да, счастливый. Как это сделать? Он смотрит фотографии, фотоальбом. Да? Он смотрит старый фотоальбом, фотографии. И хочет понять, что радует папу. И он говорит, сырник – это этот мышонок, мышь, да, мышка на голове, это сырник. И он говорит, гляди, смотри, да, сырник, смотри, гляди. Это папа и дедушка. Они победили в трехлапой гонке, когда папа был маленький. Ну, я думаю, вы знаете, что дедушка – это папа папы, да, дедушка. Они победили в трехлапой гонке. То есть гонка на три лапы, на трех лапах. Видите, у них лапы связаны между собой. Так, связаны, 3 лапы. Actually, here I'll switch to English again for a little bit. I want you to explain how these adjectives work. So you see it's 3-paw, what is it, run? Like when you run and, I guess it's run. Oh, Daniel, thank you. So it comes from 2 words, three, and lapa, paw. So running on 3 paws. And when you want to make an adjective like that, like 3-storied buildings, you use 3 and этаж. Да? Трехэтажный дом, 3-storied house. Трехэтажный, двухэтажный. Or maybe 3 pages book. трехстраничная книга. Oh, somebody tells me race. It's race. Yeah, like running on three paws. So it's three and paw. Три лапы. Трехлапая гонка. Гонка is racing. Yeah, race. Гонка. Ладно, дальше. Когда папа был маленьким. Когда папа был ребенок-малыш. Да. Я знаю, как порадовать папу. Мы примем участие в школьных спортивных играх. Там будет много соревнований, и мы с папой выиграем трехлапую гонку. This one is a little complicated. So, я знаю, как порадовать, да, сделать радостным папу. Мы примем участие. Принять участие значит участвовать, может, вы знаете, да, участвовать, то есть, как сказать участвовать, то есть быть активным вот в этой гонке, да, то есть он будет там бегать, будет участвовать, будет принимать участие в школьных, да, то есть школа в школе, спортивных играх. Спортивные игры – это значит спорт, да, спортивные состязания, какой-то турнир, спорт-турнир, да, в школе, спортивные игры. Там будет много соревнований. Соревнования – это когда люди проверяют, кто лучше, да? Спорт, соревнования, то есть, например, Олимпийские игры, да? Олимпийские игры – это соревнования, кто быстрее, кто сильнее, кто, как сказать, более ловкий. Так, вовлечение. Yeah, it's like taking part in something. Участвовать, принять участие. So he takes part in a school tournament, sport competition. Дальше. То есть он хочет победить в этой трехлапой гонке. Трехлапой гонке. О, спасибо. Кевин, спасибо. I see a lot of questions in the chat. Guys, please stay with me till the end or just come back here in an hour because in the ending I will answer your questions in English so you can save them until the end of the video. And I'll try to answer everything about losing motivation and so on. Продолжаем на русском. Папа увидит, какой я ловкий и сильный, да, сильный. Папа будет мной гордиться. Шмяк, что ты делаешь? Спросила младшая сестренка. Я придумал, как порадовать папу, но сначала мне нужно потренироваться с сырником. Итак, папа увидит, какой я ловкий и сильный. Ловкий – это тот, кто быстро бегает, да, или лазит, ловкий. И папа будет гордиться, да, гордиться. Какой хороший у меня сын. Папа будет гордиться шмяком. Он будет рад. That's hilarious. I'm going to unlike this video because I didn't understand. Okay, dislike it if you don't understand. Interesting example of logic here in the chat. Дальше. Итак, Шмяк, что ты делаешь? Что ты делаешь? Видите, это сестра Шмяка с бантиком. И в розовом платье это сестра Шмяка. Младшая сестра. Это значит, что Шмяк старше. Шмяк старше. То есть он родился раньше. Например, Шмяку 8 лет. 8 лет. А сестре Шмяка 5 лет. 5. То есть он старший брат, а она младшая сестра. Дальше он говорит, я придумал, как порадовать папу. То есть как сделать, чтобы папа был счастливый, радостный, добрый папа. Но сначала, то есть сперва, сейчас нужно тренироваться, да, готовиться, тренировка. То есть спортсмены тренируются, утром бегают, да, делают упражнения. Это тренировка, да, разминка. Ему нужно потренироваться с сырником. Сырник – это его друг и помощник. Дальше. Ты уверен, что у тебя все получится? Спросила сестренка. А что тут может не получиться? Ответил Шмяк и побежал. И побежал. Итак, ты уверен. Уверен значит он знает 100%. Да? То есть он точно знает. 100% он уверен, да? Он знает, что все получится. Получится значит все будет хорошо. То есть все нормально, он все сделает. Он все сделает. А сестра скептик, да, скептическая младшая сестренка. Ты уверен, что у тебя все получится, да? Сестра Шмяка. Little sister, if somebody didn't understand, is his always skeptical and like, are you sure you're gonna make it because you're a loser? That type of a sister. Так, сестренка. А что тут может не получиться? Да, то есть он уверен, что все хорошо. Что все хорошо, он уверен. Все нормально, все супер. Дальше. Ой, сказал котенок, упав на траву. Его хвост дрожал от волнения, но Шмяк сделал вид, что все отлично. Я знаю, что делать. Надо взять мой шнурок-талисман. Итак, ой – это восклицание, когда он упал, да, ой, или когда что-то неожиданное, ой, да. I think Jewish people do it the same way. We don't say it like, we say ой, ой. I think it's common in several languages like that, not so common in English, this oi exclamation. So tell me in the chat how you express this in your language. When something happens, like here, he falls down and like, oi, oi. Or if I don't know, just drop something accidentally, I'm like, ой. Or I bumped into someone, like, ой. So I'm not sure how to translate it in English. Okay. Дальше. Упал на траву. На траву. Трава – это на земле зеленая трава. Вот трава, да? Вот это, ой, трава зеленая. Ага. Дальше. Его хвост. Хвост. Хвост, это вы видите, да, вот этот хвостик. На попе есть такое слово милое, это хвост. Он дрожал, да, дрожать. Да, дрожать. Дрожать от волнения. Да, то есть он нервничает. Да, у шмяка нервы. Он дрожит от волнения. Дальше. Но он сделал вид, да, сделал вид, значит, он притворился, да, то есть он упал, а потом все нормально, все хорошо. Он сделал вид, да, сделал вид, что все отлично, все супер, все хорошо. Я знаю, что надо делать. Надо взять шнурок талисман. Талисман – это что-то, что приносит удачу, да, удачу. Талисман. У него это шнурок. Шнурок – это… I can't look at the chat because people say this. People write that they say Allah Akbar when they fall. Oh God, I love you guys. Okay. Дальше смотрим. Шнурок талисман. So, since I'm speaking English now, талисман is something that brings you luck. Талисман. Шнурок талисман. By the way, I don't know this word in English. How do you call that little rope? Not a rope, but the one you tie your sneakers with. You see, he has different шнурок. In Russian, it's шнурок, and the plural form is шнурки. So your sneakers, you just шнурки. So one of them is supposed to bring him luck in the sports competition. I don't know what's the word in English, but I see Donald Trump joining the chat. Lace, exactly, thank you. Laces. So one of those laces is supposed to bring him luck. Allison says shoestrings. That's surprising version. Дальше lace. Поехали дальше. Амулет, талисман. Да, это амулет. Приносит удачу. Дальше. И вот настал день школьных спортивных игр. Шмяк нисколечко не сомневался, что победит в трехлапой гонке. Они с сырником тренировались каждый день. Сложно. Very complicated here. Итак, и вот сейчас, да, настал день. То есть этот день сегодня, да, день школьных игр наступил, начался. Он сегодня. День школьных спортивных игр, школьных соревнований. Шмяк не сомневался, да, то есть он уверен, Он знает, он 100% знает, что он победит. Да? Он победит в трехлапой гонке. Помните? 3 лапы гонка. Трехлапая гонка. Почему? Потому что они с сырником тренировались, готовились вместе каждый день. Дальше. На школьном стадионе собрались кошки, коты и котята. Были там и друзья Шмяка: Китти, Пряник и Шип. Угу. Итак, на школьном, то есть в школе, школа, стадионе. Стадион – это место для спорта, спортивный стадион. Там собрались, да, все пришли, собрались, пришли, да, пришли кошки. Кошки – это женщины, да, девушки, кошки, коты, папы, коты, да, кот, и котята, дети. То есть, you see, it's a good example of genders in Russia. So female cats, кошки, and cats, like male cats, коты, and kittens, котята. And all Shmyak's friends are here as well. Kitty, Пряник, gingerbread, interesting name for a cat, Пряник, and Sheep. That guy with a terrifying smile, it's like Shmyak's antagonist in every book, and eventually always ends up being his friend. Угу. Так, были друзья, да, друг Шмяка, Шип. Дальше. Шип подошел к Шмяку и улыбнулся. Жду не дождусь, когда начнется трехлапая гонка. Мы с мамой всех победим. Всех. У Шмяка слегка задрожали усы. Да, почти незаметно. Ага. Итак, Шип подошел. Подошел, значит, он был далеко, например, да, вот это Шмяк, а Шип был здесь далеко, он шел и подошел. Теперь он здесь, рядом со Шмяком. So this is how Russian prefixes work. We have the verb ходить, to go, to walk. So you add this preposition под, подошел. It means that he approached. Rostislav Chudik sounds like a Russian name. Oh, in Slovakia. Oh, thank you. I'm in Slovakia now. I thought you were from Russia. Thank you for your support. Спасибо. So that's how the prefixes work. Just add a short prefix and it adds more meaning to the verb. So not just walking around somewhere, he approached him. Подошел. Дальше. К Шмяку. То есть к Шмяку и улыбнулся. Да, улыбнулся. Улыбаться. Жду не дождусь, значит очень жду, очень ждать. То есть он очень хочет эту гонку, да, эту трехлапую гонку. Он да, очень ждет. Мы говорим жду не дождусь. Например, я смотрю на часы, жду не дождусь, когда начнется фильм. Да? Жду не дождусь. Жду не дождусь, когда будет Новый год. Да? So it's being very excited about something. I can't wait for something. In Russian we say жду не дождусь. Жду не дождусь. Он ждет гонку. Мы с мамой, то есть Шип и мама, всех победим. То есть он будет первый, да, он будет победитель, да, он будет победитель, самый первый, первое место. Почему? Потому что они тренировались, да, тоже все тренировались. Дальше. Трехлапую гонку выиграем мы с папой, сказал Шмяк. Я много тренировался и взял свой шнурок-талисман. Даже не надейся, ухмыльнулся Шип. Нас с мамой тренировал настоящий спортивный тренер. И никакие шнурки тебе не помогут. Oh, thank you for your support again. The screen is flickering, yeah, because of this stupid OBS app, and I can't find any alternative. So if you know something, let me know, please, because I'm getting so angry about it. Дальше. So, трехлапую гонку выиграем, то есть победим, будем первыми мы с папой, то есть Шмяк и папа. Remember last time I explained it to you that in Russian it's very confusing to English speakers. In Russian we don't say my dad and I, my friend and I, John and I. We say мы с папой. Literally means we with dad. But actually it's just two of them, Shmyak and his dad. We with dad. Мы с папой победим. Я много тренировался, готовился и взял, да, принес свой шнурок-талисман, свой амулет, да, шнурок. Шип ухмыльнулся. Ухмыляться значит ха-ха, да, ухмыляться. Он ухмыльнулся. Талисман, амулет. Да, Шип ухмыльнулся. Даже не надейся, лузер. Да. Нас с мамой. Again, you see, in Russian it's us with mom, meaning some coach trained me and my mom. In Russian, us with mom. So it's very confusing. It's a very common mistake that English speakers make. So нас с мамой тренировал настоящий, то есть реальный, профессиональный спортивный тренер. Да, тренер. Coach. И никакие шнурки тебе не помогут. То есть шнурок-талисман – это все бред, ерунда, да, все это чушь. Он не поможет. Угу. Дальше. Поехали. Соревнования начались с гонок на тачках. Шмяк с папой вышли вперед. Ура! Дальше. Значит, соревнования, то есть это турнир, да, спортивная игра, начались с гонок на тачках. То есть первая игра – это гонки на тачках. То есть когда кто-то идет на руках, а его ноги держат сзади. Гонки на тачках. Шмяк с папой вышли вперед. Выйти вперед значит быть первыми. Видите, они впереди, первые, сзади шип и мама, и еще сзади пряник и папа. То есть Шмяк первый, он вышел вперед. Thank you for your support, Florin. Дальше. Но радовались они рано. «Ой!» – закричал Шмяк. «Я занозил лапу!» Да? Радоваться рано. То есть сейчас не надо радоваться. Да? То есть все может измениться, все может быть по-другому, иначе, да? Он может проиграть. Он закричал. Кричать, вы знаете, кричать. Можно шептать, я сейчас шепчу. А кричать, это кричать. Закричать, начать кричать, да? Начать кричать. То есть он закричал. Занозить лапу значит, когда под кожу попадает деревяшка, что ли. Спасибо, Грег. Thank you, Greg. I'll explain it in English because I don't know how to explain it in Russian, and I'm very curious how it's called in English. You know, when you rub something made of a wood or something, and just tiny piece of that wood gets under your skin, and it's like super irritating. So in Russian, this little piece of wood that gets there, it's zanoza. And actually, we have a little idiom in Russian. I know that in English, it's usually pain in the ass. I'm really sorry for this. But so in Russian, we say заноза в заднице. I beg your pardon again. So literally it means a splinter in your ass. So I see splinter in the chat. So that's what we say when somebody's super annoying and just, you just, oh God, you're like a splinter right into my ass. So that's what we say. I forget that I told you about it. So it's the word заноза. И глагол, что сделать? Занозить лапу. То есть, значит, этот кусочек попал в лапу. Занозить лапу. Иван, спасибо. Спасибо вам за поддержку. Иван Бойко. Thank you. Дальше. Шмяк. I already explained it to you some time ago that his name, Shmyak, it means the sound when something falls. So, Shmyak. Шмяк. Он упал. «Прости, пап», — сказал котенок. «Да ничего страшного, сынок», — ответил папа. «Хорошо, что ты не ударился». Но Шмяк подумал, что папа, наверное, огорчился. «Прости, пап». Опять, видите, пап, не папа. Пап. «Прости, пап», — сказал котенок. Значит, извини, да, прошу прощения, извини, сказал котенок, прости. Ничего страшного, значит, нет проблем, да, все хорошо, ничего страшного, Шмяк, да, сынок, ответил папа. Хорошо, что ты не ударился, да, удариться значит удариться, да, хорошо, что ты не ударился. Но Шмяк подумал, что папа, наверное, возможно, да, возможно, огорчился. Огорчиться значит быть да, грустный. Огорчиться, грустить. Да, быть грустным, грустить. Дальше. Пап, не волнуйся, сказал котенок. Мы с тобой обязательно победим в трехлапой гонке. А пока начиналось бросание яиц. Итак, не волнуйся, не нервничай, да? Не надо нервов, да? Все хорошо. Again, thank you for your support. Спасибо. Спасибо. Опять видите этот вокатив, да? Звательный падеж. Пап, 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 не волнуйся, не переживай, да, все хорошо. Мы обязательно. Обязательно значит точно, без сомнений, 100%, да, победим, выиграем, выиграем. Так, в трехлапой гонке. The question in the chat. Сын and сынок. What's the difference? Сын, it's the son, obviously, like my son, мой сын. Сынок is the way to address like your little boy. Like you love him. You're like, сынок, my little boy. Сынок. Also, it's a very common way for old people to call younger people, even if it's some 48 years old guy and some really old lady would call him, oh, little boy, сынок, my little son, сынок. Like on the street, in the market, anywhere, сынок. Сынок. It's a very common way for old ladies and old people in general. Сынок. Another way of, it's like a diminutive of сын. Сыночек. Сыночек. So little son, сыночек. Дальше. Так. Началось бросание. Да? Бросать. Вы знаете глагол бросать? Когда вы берете что-то и бросаете. Ой, бросаете, короче, да? Кидать, бросать. Существительное бросание яиц. Яйцо – это то, что делает курица, да? Да? Яйцо. Курица. Мы едим яйца. Да? Яичница. Яичница, яйцо. I'm really bad in explanations today. Oh, Kenson, hi, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Спасибо. Спасибо. Марк, спасибо за объяснения, которые ты периодически делаешь. Бедный человек переживает, что у нас не интеллектуальные вопросы. Что ж сделать? Что ж поделать, как говорится. Такая жизнь, такая жизнь. Дальше. Котята и их родители выстроились в две линии. В две линии. Папа бросил яйцо. Шмяк поймал его и улыбнулся. Итак, котята и родители. Родители – это мама и папа. Родители. Мама, папа, родители. Они выстроились, значит, встали. Да? То есть они встали. Один, второй, да? Третий, четвертый. Выстроились, встали в две линии. Да? То есть одна и вторая. Выстроились напротив. Папа бросил, да, бросил яйцо. Яйцо. Шмяк поймал, да, то есть он бросил, он поймал, ура, да, поймал яйцо. Поймал и улыбнулся. Ура, я поймал яйцо. У-ху, да, поймал. Поймал. Дальше. Шмяк теперь бросил яйцо обратно. Обратно. Это был мастерский бросок. Ой, чье-то чужое яйцо летит прямо в папу. «Берегись!» — крикнул котенок. Угу. Итак, Шмяк бросил яйцо обратно. Обратно значит, он сначала его поймал, а теперь обратно, назад, туда, откуда оно прилетело. Да, бросил яйцо обратно. И это был мастерский бросок. То есть бросок от глагола бросать. Бросать, бросок. Мастерский значит Шмяк мастер, профессионал, да, супер крутой бросатель яиц. Итак, но ой, чье-то, то есть он не знает чье, чужое, то есть не Шмяка, яйцо летит прямо в папу. Берегись! Mm-hmm. Actually, I want you to remember this one. Берегись, that's what we say when English-speaking people say watch out or look out. Watch out, берегись. Literally, it means be safe, take care of yourself. The one verb is берегись, беречься. The full version is беречь себя, kind of saving yourself. So that's what we say when somebody's in danger. Берегись, be careful, watch out. Берегись. Дальше. Папа запрокинул голову, да, запрокинул голову, и 2 яйца попали в него одновременно. Да, одновременно 2 яйца. Желтки потекли по усам и футболке. Вид у папы был невеселый. «Ничего», — сказал Шмяк, — «у нас впереди 3лапая гонка». Привет, Майк, привет. Итак, папа запрокинул голову. Запрокинуть голову значит сделать вот так. Это запрокинуть голову, да? Голова запрокинуть. И 2 яйца попали в него одновременно, то есть сразу 2. Сразу 2. Желтки – это желток, это желтый кружочек, да? Яйцо состоит из желтка и белка. Белок и желток. By the way, what is it in English? Again, I forget it. The yellow part of the egg and the white one too. I think actually белок in English is just white, right? So white part of the egg, if I'm not mistaken. So the yellow circle there, it's желток. Желтки потекли. Да? Течь. То есть они жидкие. Yolk. Yolk, egg yolk. I'll forget it tomorrow, but for now, thank you. I'll try to remember. So in Russian, it's желток, from the color желтый. Желтый. It is super interesting. Wait a second. Some people in the chat spell it like Y-O-L-K. Others spell it like Y-O-K-E. What's going on here? Why is it different? Okay. So in Russian, it's easier to remember because it comes from the name of the color. Yellow in Russian is желтый, желтый, and the noun for that yolk is желток, желток, желтый, желток. И они потекли по усам, усы, да, усы. И футболки. Футболка – это одежда. Футболка. Футболка. Угу. Дальше. Ничего, да, то есть все хорошо, без проблем. Впереди трехлапая гонка. Это значит, сейчас будет трехлапая гонка. Да, сейчас будет. Это миссис Пухлис, помните? Помните миссис Пухлис? Итак, и вот пришло время гонки. На старт, внимание, марш. Да? Миссис Пухлис, учительница Шмяка, дунула в свисток. Шмяк с папой сорвались с места. Итак, и вот, то есть, наконец-то, сейчас пришло время гонки. То есть, начинается гонка. Пришло время. То есть, сейчас будет гонка. На старт, внимание, марш. Again, I think today's lesson is surprisingly more educational for me because what do you say when like 3, 2, 1, go? What do you say in English? It's like in Russian you say on the start, attention, march, like that. На старт, внимание, march. Like, I think I've never heard it in English. На старт, внимание, марш. Миссис Пухлис, вот она, кошка, миссис Пухлис, учительница Шмяка, дунула в свисток. Свисток – это ready, set, go. Спасибо. Thank you. Now I know. So now you know it in Russian. На старт, внимание, марш. You will hear it like everywhere, any sport competition, professional ones, in the schools, anywhere. Even children playing among each other in the yard. When there is some running competition, they will say на старт, внимание, марш. Now you know. Ready, set, go. I should remember that one. Yolk. Ready, set, go. Shoelaces. And there was something else I've learned today from you. Спасибо. On your mark. Okay. Дальше. Итак, она дунула. Дунуть вообще это сделать вот так. Дуть. Например, ударили и потом дуть на руку, да? А она дунула в свисток. И шмяк. Oh, splinter, mark. Exactly, splinter. Шмяк, они сорвались с места. Сорваться с места значит начать бежать очень быстро. Да? То есть он стоял, потом сорваться с места. Очень быстро побежать, сорваться с места. Они обогнали пряника. Они обогнали Китти. Они обогнали даже Шипа. Шмяк с папой вышли вперед. И тут котенок почувствовал что-то неладное. Угу. Итак, они обогнали. То есть, смотрите, бежит так один, он обогнал. То есть он быстрее. Они обогнали пряника, Китти и даже Шипа. То есть они самые быстрые. Они бегут очень быстро. И они вышли вперед. Помните, выйти вперед значит быть быстрее всех. Самые быстрые, самые первые. И тут вдруг, внезапно, котенок почувствовал что-то неладное. Это значит, что-то не так, что-то плохое случилось, да? It's a very common expression. I want you to remember that one. Что-то неладное. So you don't know exactly what's happening, but something's going on. So he feels that something's wrong. In Russian we say что-то неладное. When you come somewhere and you feel that something's wrong, you are saying like, так, что-то неладное здесь творится. Something not normal is happening here. So you see, look at his laces, shoelaces. Now I know this word. So something happened. Что-то неладное. Его шнурок-талисман развязался. Шмяк споткнулся и упал. Папа тоже упал. Они покатились вниз по склону холма. Шмяк! Угу. Итак, шнурок-талисман, шнурок-амулет развязался. Да, то есть завязывать, а можно развязывать. Да? Развязались. Шнурок развязался. Шмяк споткнулся и бум, упал. И папа тоже упал. Угу. Бумс. Итак, они покатились. Катиться обычно это что-то круглое катится. Например, мячик. Да? Где-то у меня был мяч. А где мой мяч? Нет мяча. Ну, в общем, катиться. Катится. Яйцо катится. Покатилось. И они тоже покатились. Вниз по склону холма. Холм – это гора. Да? Холм. Только гора большая. Например, Эверест – это гора. Эверест – это гора. Фудзи в Японии – это гора. А холм – это маленькая гора. Да? Маленькая гора – это холм. Вот они покатились по склону холма. Дальше. Шмяк и папа свалились в пруд, подняв фонтан брызг. Они барахтались в воде и никак не могли встать на лапы. Итак, Шмяк и папа свалились. Свалиться значит упасть. Бум, да? Свалились, упали в пруд. Пруд – это водоем, вода. Да? Пруд – вода. Они туда упали, свалились и подняли фонтан брызг. Джон, спасибо. Спасибо за поддержку. Thank you very much for your support. So they fell into the pond, making a fountain of, what's the word for брызги? Splash? I don't know. Splash, I guess. So the fountain of those little droplets going everywhere. Подняли фонтан брызг. Они барахтались. Барахтаться значит двигаться хаотично. Да? Хаос. Барахтаться. Они не могут встать. Барахтались в воде и не могли встать на лапы. Да, встать. «Извини, пап», — сказал Шмяк. «Я хотел тебя порадовать, а теперь ты намок и наверняка рассердился». Котенок взглянул на папу. Папа совсем не сердился. Он весело смеялся. Угу. «Извини, пап». Опять звательный падеж. Vocative case here. No R in the ending. Пап. «Извини, пап». Угу. «Извини, пап», сказал Шмяк. «Я хотел тебя порадовать». То есть я хотел, чтобы ты радовался, чтобы ты был счастливый, да? Но теперь ты намок. Намок значит мокрый, да, мокрый. Он в воде. Мокрый. Мокрый. Намок. Намок. И наверняка рассердился. Наверняка значит точно, 100%, обязательно. Наверняка, конечно. Рассердился значит строгий, да? Строгий, злой папа. Рассердился. Рассердился. Котенок взглянул на папу. Взглянуть это вот так. Взглянул. Взглянул. In Russian, just like in English, we have different ways of looking at something. You can just look, you can stare, you can glance at something. So, взглянуть is to glance. So he was looking at the pond like, oh, I disappointed you, so sorry. And then he glanced at his dad. Он взглянул на папу. Взглянул на папу, но папа не сердился, он не злой, он не... Нет, он весело смеялся. Смеяться значит, о-хо-хо, да, ха-ха-ха, смеяться. Смех, ха-ха-ха, видите, папа смеется. Шмяк, я совсем не сержусь. Но ведь вы с дедушкой заняли первое место в трехлапой гонке, а мы с тобой не заняли вообще никакого, сказал Шмяк. Ну и ладно, ответил папа, зато я давненько так не веселился. Угу. Итак, Шмяк, я совсем не сержусь, то есть я вообще не сержусь. Нет, я не злой, не строгий, нет, не сержусь. Но вы с дедушкой да, то есть папа и дедушка заняли первое место, то есть победили. Guys, I'm begging you, only English or Russian in the chat. If I see another Arabic right in there, I'll unleash my worst part and be, yeah, berserk. What's the word? Berserk? In Russian, it's berserk, like banning everybody. Угу. Итак, мы не заняли никакого места, то есть они упали и больше не участвуют в соревновании. Oh, I guess some people just don't want to understand me when I ask them not to write in Arabic. So I'm going to block everybody. Okay, back to reading. What about the quality? Do you actually see the text? Because I switched to my YouTube and I see it all like blurry here. Is it okay on your side? Do you see the text actually? Let me see in the chat, please. Let me know. Do you see the text on the pages or is it like all blurry? Ну ладно, if it's blurry, reload the browser, please. Дальше, так. Ну и ладно. Ну и ладно, это значит... все хорошо, без проблем, все нормально. Отлично. Папа давненько так не веселился. Папа, то есть давненько значит давно. Да? Давно. Давненько так не веселился. То есть он был грустный, да, теперь он веселый. Теперь он рад. И весел. Ура! Закричал Шмяк. У меня получилось. Я порадовал папу. То есть ура! This is the exclamation of happiness, like hooray! Hooray, hooray, hooray. Streamlabs. Oh my god, I need to write it down. Next time I'm gonna use Streamlabs. Send it to me somewhere on Telegram or something because I'll forget it again. Streamlabs. I need to write it down. Streamlabs. Okay. Дальше. Закричал Шмяк. То есть он выкрикнул, закричал громко. Ура! Закричал, начал кричать. У меня получилось. То есть я это сделал. Here I want to explain it in English because in English people always say I did it or yeah, you did it. Amazing. And it sounds so ridiculous in the movies when they translated word by word. Ты это сделал. It sounds so crazy American. Nobody speaks like that. So in Russian, it would better be like у меня получилось. But we did it in English. But it's better to say у меня получилось. Don't say я сделал это. I did it. No, nobody speaks like that. Дальше. И все, я порадовал папу. Да, то есть папа теперь счастливый и радостный. So he did it, he made his dad glad and happy. So happy ending here. Now, as usual, I'm going back and read it now without any sidetracked. So I read it again in normal speed, like I would read it to a Russian native speaker about, I don't know, 5-6 years old, like I do it almost every evening. It's my son's favorite book. So here we go. Now you can relax and stop thinking about the vocabulary. Just look at the pictures. Don't look at the text. Now you already know what the story is about. So just relax and enjoy the sound of the Russian language, please. Okay, so let's read it again. Как-то воскресным утром котенок Шмяк завтракал своими любимыми рыбными хлопьями и читал комикс про суперкота. У него было прекрасное настроение. А папа сидел за столом грустный и совсем ничего не ел. «Что случилось, пап?» – спросил Шмяк. «Вчера мы проиграли решающий матч. Вот я и расстроился», — сказал папа. «Как же так?» — воскликнул котенок. Теперь ему стало понятно, почему папа грустит. Папа Шмяка был капитаном футбольной команды «Пушистые тигры». «Надо развеселить папу», — решил Шмяк. «Я посмотрю старые фотографии и пойму, что его радует. Сырник, гляди!» Это папа и дедушка. Они победили в трехлапой гонке, когда папа был маленький. «Я знаю, как порадовать папу. Мы примем участие в школьных спортивных играх. Там будет много соревнований, и мы с папой выиграем трехлапую гонку. Папа увидит, какой я ловкий и сильный, он будет мной гордиться». «Шмяк, что ты делаешь?» – спросила младшая сестренка. «Я придумал, как порадовать папу, но сначала мне нужно потренироваться с сырником». «Ты уверен, что у тебя все получится?» – спросила сестренка. «Что тут может не получиться?» – ответил Шмяк и побежал. «Ой!» – закричал котенок, упав на траву. Его хвост дрожал от волнения, но Шмяк сделал вид, что все отлично. «Я знаю, что делать. Надо взять мой шнурок-талисман». И вот настал день школьных спортивных игр. Шмяк нисколечко не сомневался, что победит в трехлапой гонке. Они с сырником тренировались каждый день. На школьном стадионе собрались кошки, коты и котята. Были там и друзья Шмяка – Китти, Пряник и Шип. Шип подошел к Шмяку и улыбнулся. «Жду не дождусь, когда начнется трехлапая гонка. Мы с мамой всех победим, всех. У Шмяка слегка задрожали усы, почти незаметно. «Трехлапую гонку выиграем мы с папой», — сказал Шмяк. «Я много тренировался и взял свой шнурок-талисман». «Даже не надейся», — ухмыльнулся Шип. «Нас с мамой тренировал настоящий спортивный тренер, и никакие шнурки тебе не помогут». Соревнования начались с гонок на тачках. Шмяк с папой вышли вперед. Ура! Но радовались они рано. «Ой!» – закричал Шмяк. «Я занозил лапу!» «Прости, пап», – сказал котенок. «Ничего страшного, сынок», – ответил папа. «Хорошо, что ты не ударился». Но Шмяк подумал, что папа, наверное, огорчился. «Пап, не волнуйся», — сказал котенок. «Мы с тобой обязательно победим в трехлапой гонке». А пока начиналось бросание яиц. Котята и их родители выстроились в две линии. Папа бросил яйцо. Шмяк поймал его и улыбнулся. Шмяк бросил яйцо обратно, и это был мастерский бросок. Ой, чье-то чужое яйцо летит прямо в папу. «Берегись!» – крикнул котенок. Папа запрокинул голову, и два яйца попали в него одновременно. Желтки потекли по усам и футболке. Вид у папы был невеселый. «Ничего», — сказал Шмяк, — «у нас впереди трехлапая гонка». И вот пришло время гонки. На старт! Внимание! Марш! Миссис Пухлис, учительница Шмяка, дунула в свисток. Шмяк с папой сорвались с места. Они обогнали пряника, они обогнали Китти, они обогнали даже Шипа. И Шмяк с папой вышли вперед. И тут котенок почувствовал что-то неладное. Его шнурок-талисман развязался, Шмяк споткнулся и упал. Папа тоже упал. Они покатились вниз по склону холма. Шмяк! Шмяк и папа свалились в пруд, подняв фонтан брызг. Они барахтались в воде и никак не могли встать на лапы. «Извини, пап», — сказал Шмяк, — «я хотел тебя порадовать, а теперь ты намок и наверняка рассердился». Котенок взглянул на папу. Папа совсем не сердился, он весело смеялся. «Шмяк, я совсем не сержусь, но ведь вы с дедушкой заняли первое место в трехлапой гонке, а мы с тобой не заняли вообще никакого», — сказал Шмяк. «Ну и ладно», — ответил папа, — «зато я давненько так не веселился». «Ура!» – закричал Шмяк. «У меня получилось! Я порадовал папу!» So that's the super happy ending, and let me know in the chat, did you understand it? Was it too difficult? I think last week when we were having that little postman book, it was more difficult. This one, the vocabulary is a little bit easier here. So let me know in the chat, what about your level of Russian? Were you able to grip some meaning in this book? Also, I'll be really grateful if you press like to this video because it helps to show it to more people. So what about the level? 50%, not for me. I understand it all. Amazing. Love it. Jonathan understood everything. I understood after your fantastic explanations. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. But again, guys, don't leave it like that. Right after we finish here, try to tell the story yourself. If you can do it out loud, it's amazing. If you are somewhere among your colleagues, just take a piece of paper and write it down. Write it down. Everything you can remember in your own words. You don't have to recall all those words like желток, шнурок, some new vocabulary. You don't need that. Just try to tell the general plot of the story yourself. Trust me, even if you don't remember all the vocabulary, it will really stick to your brain. So please do it. 65%. Amazing result this week. That's great. Можно сказать быстро, какая разница получить и получится. So what's the difference between получить и получиться? Получить means to receive something. For example, I can go to a post office and receive a letter. Получить письмо. Получиться, it means to accomplish something. For example, you were preparing for some test and you passed the test successfully, so you succeed. You say у меня получилось. Получилось. So I did it. Получилось. These are two different words. To receive something and to accomplish something, to be successful. They just sound pretty close. Okay, so now if you have any questions for me, we're here for an hour and a half already. So if you have any questions, I'll be super happy to answer because I guess we're all staying in this quarantine. So it's the best time to learn Russian, I guess. These lessons are for all levels. I agree with you. They're actually good for all lessons because all levels. I'm sorry. Because even beginners, they can have the feeling, the intonation, the emotions of the language. Unfortunately, not everybody is ready to spend an hour and a half. And it's really, really sad because these kinds of lessons, they help to learn Russian through context, through a situation. It's not like some grammar drills and exercises. It's connected with a story, with emotions, with everything. So it's really great to learn this way. I'm not saying that you don't need exercises, you do need them. It's just some people only concentrate on grammar, unfortunately, and they burn out in like a couple of months because it's boring. Doing grammar exercises is extremely boring. So try to enrich your learning process with something more interesting. Oh, so many questions today. So many of these list up. Okay. Do you have a video for times? Not yet. I'm going to record a video about past time. The use of the word talisman. How common is this with a like item? While talisman is an English word. It's just the same as in English. Talisman. Yeah, I think it's. If you want to say it's some object that brings you luck, we use the word talisman. How to learn. Get a book and learn, or go to my video lesson number 1 and learn. I began learning Russian with Daria a week ago out of pure boredom. That's what happens to you when you are in quarantine. You start learning Russian. What is this virus doing to us? People are starting to learn Russian because of that. Terrible. Do you speak any Slavic language? Obviously, I speak Russian. I understand a lot of Ukrainian and Polish. Not so good at other Slavic languages. I understand a lot of Slovak now because I live in Slovakia. Okay. What do the little marks mean? What do you mean what do the little marks mean? Перейдем на ты. Do you mean those little dots above the ye? It's yo. It's another letter. It's another letter. Okay, should we concentrate on vocabulary or cases more? It all depends on what your end goal is. If it's passing a test in your college, you should only care about grammar because it's usually some multiple choice test or some writing, so grammar is all you care about. If your goal is to speak Russian and to communicate with Russian people, maybe you have a Russian girlfriend or something, obviously you need to concentrate on vocabulary, because even if you make a grammatical mistake, you still will be understood and Russian speaker will correct you. But knowing the names of the words, of the objects, and knowing how to say it, it's much more important than grammar in communicating. I mean, okay. Are you also a teacher in real life? Of course I am. What do you mean? That's my profession. Русский украинца или болгарина всегда поймет. Да, в Болгарии все было понятно. Mark is saying it's wine o'clock in Slovakia. That's so true. What's the difference between the I and the E? They are from different languages. What are you asking? I is from English, I mean not from the Latin alphabet, and E is Cyrillic. What's the question? You mean the pronunciation or what? If it's about pronunciation, don't compare it like that. In different situations, these letters make different sounds. Is Russian common in Slovakia, where you are? Do you find a higher number of people to communicate to in Russian public? Russian is not common in Slovakia at all. I think the older generation, actually we have a Slovak person, Rostislav, in the chat, so he can explain. But from my experience, I'll say that older people really like Russia, and they studied Russian at school when it was Czechoslovakia. So maybe you don't know, some people don't know that Slovakia and the Czech Republic recently were one country, Czechoslovakia. So, and they were kind of sometimes controlled by the Soviet Union, and people had to study Russian at school. So a lot of older people, they speak some basics of Russian, like "Здравствуйте." And it is very interesting that they actually like Russia. To me, it's surprising because, for example, when you come to Poland, in Poland, a lot of people don't like Russia, obviously. If you know the history of what was going on during the Soviet times, Polish people, and even before the Soviet Union, Catherine II, all the it's insane. So Polish people have zero reasons to like Russia. So in Slovakia, there is nothing like that, and they're very pro-Putin, very pro-Russian, which is very interesting to me. Surprised a lot when I deal with it. So Russian is actually not that common here. Practice makes perfect. My problem is that I don't practice. I wouldn't say practice makes perfect. You can't be perfect. Even I am not perfect in Russian. The other day we were speaking about it with Nastya from Russian, with Anastasia, or on Instagram she's Russian Language Secrets, and we were discussing that even we make a lot of mistakes in Russian, and it happens very often, especially today when we deal with all those technologies, when your phone automatically corrects your mistakes. Excuse me. And when nobody cares about commas anymore, so it's very difficult to keep being correct all the time in Russian. So sometimes I'm writing something and I'm like, how am I supposed to spell this word? And I'm spelling it, and then my phone corrects it. And I thought, God, I forgot. How could I forget? So even I am a Russian native speaker. I am a Russian language teacher. Even I make mistakes sometimes. So trust me, practice will never make you perfect. It can make you better and more confident. So keep practicing. As you say, your problem is that you don't practice. If you are here, I guess you are practicing. So just keep doing what you're doing. Why Russian girls are so beautiful? I don't know. You tell me why foreign men like Russian girls so much. Okay. Somebody understood 90%. Amazing. Poles helped Nazis. Russians helped Nazis too. Some of them. Ukrainians, Russians. So, in every nation, there are different people. So there's no like black and white situation in the world. Too much wars in old history. I agree. Are you Belarusian? No, I'm not. But I love Belarus. Amazing country. What about cultural difference between Slovakia and Russia? Slovakia is very close to Russia culturally and with their attitudes. For example, everybody knows that Russia is absolutely not gay-friendly and very aggressive towards LGBT community. Same in Slovakia. I saw some rating lately, and among the entire Europe, Slovakia is on the last place of gay-friendly countries. So it's very, very conservative. And people are very relaxed here. Very slow, no hurry. So surprising to me after Moscow. So in general, yeah, it's Slavic culture. Slavic culture, absolutely. In a good way. The US censors the real history and it drives me crazy. If you come to Russia and you watch Russian documentaries, that's what will drive you crazy, trust me. So it happens everywhere. I watched the Ukrainian news, the Belarusian news, I watched Slovak news, I watched the Euro news channel, CNN. It's just don't watch it at all. How many languages do you know? Wait a second, I missed several questions, I guess. So many questions today. Oh my god, I think I skipped a lot of them. Moscow and Kamchatka speak the same language, of course. Our people in Moscow and in Kamchatka speak the same language. In Russia, there are differences in pronunciation. That's absolutely true. For example, in Kostroma city, it's about 4 hours from Moscow. People often forget about the vowel reduction rule in Russian. So they would say moloko, pogoda, хорошо. So they don't make that o sound like a. That is pretty funny. But in general, everything is the same. So if you know the Moscow type of language, you will be understood throughout the entire Russia. You are coughing. Maybe you got coronavirus. I'm coughing because I have been speaking for 2 hours non-stop. Trust me, that would make you cough without any viruses. Is learning vocabulary enough to communicate in Russian? Depends on how, of course you will be able to communicate, but if you skip studying grammar, you will sound like yesterday I go gym for to train. So you sound a little bit ridiculous. So you understand the meaning of what you're saying, but You will be obviously sounding like a foreigner. Uh-huh. I bought that Yuri Gagarin t-shirt after seeing you wear it. I love Gagarin. It's like my biggest love ever. Amazing man. Absolutely amazing. Who doesn't know Gagarin is the first man in space? Americans are all crazy about Armstrong. Russians are all crazy about Gagarin. Okay. Silly question, but I'm curious. What are some of the animal sounds in Russian, like cows? Oh, Daniel, I have the entire video about that. On YouTube, you can type how animals sound in Russian, and you will see my video there. I imitated all the animals there. So, What are your favorite Russian series that are available with English subtitles? Everybody loves Kuchня. Kuchня means the kitchen. Super hilarious. I'm not sure that foreigners will understand the humor, but it's amazing. Also, Major, about Russian police. Only the first season. Please don't watch the second and the third. It's disgusting. The first one was amazing. The rest is a piece of trash. Going to Belarus in June. Do Moldovans speak Russian? Moldovans who speak Russian have an accent? I don't know, honestly. I've never met anybody from there. Where do you live? Now I live in Slovakia, Nitra, little town in Slovakia. I received an email from you and you mentioned you were going to start studying American history. How's that going? It's going pretty well. Now I'm just stuck on Columbus. So it's not exactly the American history, like the USA history. It started long before that, about the American continent, about the native people who lived there and how they developed. So it's a long journey for me. Many hours of American history ahead of me. And I'm very interested in American history, like Great Depression, all that stuff, because I've been brought up in a country that is very anti-American. And throughout the whole 20th century history, America has been a rival. Some people think it's only during the Cold War, after the World War II. However, even at the very beginning of the 20th century, even when we still had a Tsar, Nicholas II, America was already a Russian antagonist. They were supporting our enemies in all the conflicts. So then it transformed and grew, and still it's like that. So it's very interesting to me to look at the American history from their perspective. So that course was developed by American historians. So finally, I'm super excited to learn their point of view on several events. How many languages do you know? I know Russian, English, I can read German, and I can speak German on the everyday level. Like, where can I find this bus? How should I do this? Where is that and this? So just if I go to Germany, I have my basic knowledge, and I have studied German for 10 years actually, but without practice, unfortunately. So you see, I speak English all the time, and I read English, and I listen to English. That's why I speak English. I studied German grammar for 10 years. I started when I was 10 years old. I studied it at school, then I studied at the university, and now I'm 30 and I forgot about it. And it's completely lost. I don't study English grammar at all now. However, as you can hear, I speak English. So I think about how you should learn Russian. Maybe you shouldn't concentrate on grammar that much. Also, I studied Japanese for 2 years and I am pretty good at Japanese basics. Also, I know Ukrainian. And what else? I think that's it. Okay. What else? Oh, I think I skipped several questions already. Just so many questions today. You are very hardworking. Unfortunately, I am not. I would be so happy to be. Will the coronavirus cause the Victory Day parades to be cancelled this year? David is asking. I don't know. They don't even plan to cancel voting for rewriting our constitution, so I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, can you make the window with you larger? Sorry, I can, absolutely. How do you feel about Ukrainian people? I absolutely love them. I am in love with Ukrainian people. They are absolutely amazing. And Kiev is one of my favorite cities. And Odessa, I went there twice. It's like the best place in the world. Okay, hello from Siberia. Hello, I am from Siberia. I lived in Omsk for 15 years. So, what else? Any more questions today? Would you recommend live-in language? That's what I am using. I don't understand your question. What do you mean live-in question? John Glenn was the first American in space, Daria. Okay, Mark. Thank you. But I mean that still Armstrong is that space figure that everybody is fascinated with. So in Russian, the same figure is Gagarin that everybody knows of. Would you recommend living? Oh, okay, that'll. Do you believe moon landing is fake? I don't know. I actually never cared that much. I only care about Gagarin, so sorry. Don't care about that moon. Прочитай другую историю. Somebody saying, read another story now. Do you want me dead or something? I'm losing my voice already. Гагарин умер очень странно и секретно. Gagarin died very mysteriously. Yes, it's still one of the biggest mysteries. Everybody thinks that he was too influential already, so he was a threat to the politics, and like somebody removed him. However, it still could be an accident, so I guess we'll never know anyway. Is it possible to buy your books in PDF on any platform? What do you mean any platform? You can buy everything on my website. It's realrussianclub.com. All my books and all my courses are there. Michael Good, my good friend, is saying that Louis Armstrong was a great man. I know. But still, Gagarin is better. Okay. Gagarin was the first man who's done first spacewalk. He didn't do spacewalk. He stayed in his rocket and just flew there. Chernobyl. Somebody's recommending Chernobyl. It's not a Russian series. It's an HBO project. However, it's amazing. It's a really good one. Chernobyl. Uh-huh. What book are you reading? Is it your book? Of course not. It's a book from British writer Rob Scotton. Rob Scotton, translated to Russian. How many female cosmonauts were there in the Soviet Union? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. I know Valentina Tereshkova. She was a female cosmonaut. Unfortunately, now she's in the politics, and she's that person who suggested Putin to go for another round. I don't understand why they put sportsmen and cosmonauts and in the government. God, it doesn't make any sense. What else? Сколько тебе лет? How old are you? I'm 31. How did you get an apartment for $35 as you mentioned in one of your videos? Unsure what country. I think you are talking about the $18. It's per day. $18 per day, not per month. Зачем многие называют вас на «ты»? Это не этично. Why some people are addressing you with «ты»? I couldn't care less about that. You can address me with «ты». I'm not one of those people who get offended and insulted if you address me too personally. Effectively study Russian. How to effectively study Russian on your own? I have a playlist on my channel, so if you go to my channel, there is a little section called playlists, and there is a playlist called Tips on Learning Russian. So there you will have your answers. Netflix, The Untold Story of the United States. I actually joined several courses about the US history. One of them is in Khan Academy, and one of them is Yale Open courses. So they are presented by Yale professors, like courses on American Revolution, courses on American something else. I haven't got to them yet. When did you start learning English? I started when I was 6 years old, before school. But mostly it was like singing songs, reciting poems, like I see green, I see yellow, I see that funny fellow. And it's ridiculous that I've always known that song, and only when I was like 25, I like woke up at about 4 a.m. and I was like, I see that funny fellow. Oh my God. So that's what I was singing when I was 5 or 6 years old. So now I understand how my son learns English in his kindergarten. He doesn't know what he's saying. So you just say the words without understanding them. Yeah. But I think that's important to start as early as possible. What languages are offered and commonly taken in the Russian school system, in addition to German? The major language is English. English everywhere. I was going to a very good school, the gymnasium, one of the best in my city, in Omsk, and we could choose the second language starting in the fifth grade. Yeah, I could choose from French and German. My cousin had also Spanish, for example, so she chose Spanish. Why German is so popular to learn in Russia? I don't know, because I think we are pretty connected to Germany. That's why maybe Spanish is so popular in the United States, because you have Mexico and everything else around. How have you reached such level in English? I will tell you. The biggest secret is I enjoy English a lot. I really love it. And it's always been like that. When I was at school, everybody hated English because we had a very strict teacher. And I was trying to get distant from my school lessons, and I really enjoyed it at home on my own. And I was playing all the video games like Diablo 2, like Tyrell, Archangel. Oh God, so in love. Uh, I was watching it in English, and I loved playing like Diablo, Heroes of Might and Magic in English. So I knew all the names of all the armors and all the weapons in English. And then I fell in love with the Camelot rock band, like metal. Norwegian group it is, I think. Norwegian band, power metal, Camelot. So it was the next step for me. I think I was about 14, and I was downloading the lyrics of the songs, and I was spending nights translating them, and oh God, singing them. Jesus Christ. And in 2011 I flew to Germany to their concert, and the love of my life. So you should enjoy it. You should really enjoy it. If I were just doing my school classes, I guess I don't know. I wouldn't be able to communicate. As for the methods, also some serious learning, I was able to speak only after I found AJ Hogue and his storytelling method. Something that I'm doing on my channel, that TPRS, the silly stories, that worked for me incredibly well, because in English I was super amazing at grammar. It was like I was the best in class. When it came to tests, I was like always A plus, like immediately. I knew all the tenses, it's just everything. Passive voice, I didn't care. But speaking is a completely different situation. So when I came to the Czech Republic and the waiter approached me at the cafe, and I was like super shy. I couldn't even look at him because I was so nervous and super shy. And all I needed to say was just some stupid meal name. And still I was like frozen. So after I downloaded AJ, I think actually I stole his courses first. I found it on torrents, and somebody recommended them on some forum, like this is an amazing guy. So I go there by the link, and I downloaded it, and for about 6 months I was studying, and I was like, oh my freaking God, I can't speak English. So after that, I found his website, and I was like super grateful. I was so grateful I bought his courses, even the ones that I already passed for free, like a pirate. So I bought them all, and I'm just so grateful to him. Amazing person. So if you are struggling with English, go to effortlessenglishclub.com, and trust me, your life will change forever. But it was 10 years ago. Now I never study English. I just listen to it, and I enjoy it very, very much. But my English is not that good, actually. I'll be honest with you. In November, actually, let me grab my champagne, and I'll be right back here, so don't go anywhere. It's funny how other people who'll be watching it in the record, they will go back and they'll be just, Jesus Christ, 2 hours? 2 hours? What's going on? Why is this lesson so long? My English is only conversational. So when I actually deal with academic English, So this year I was applying to American universities and I had to pass the TOEFL exam. Guess what? Guess what happened? The vocabulary. I didn't understand it. It was so super difficult. So I had to spend some time finally studying properly, like writing down words, writing down some expressions, doing exercises. That was something that I haven't been doing for years. So my academic English is really, really bad. For example, in Russian, my Russian language level is like super high. I'm bragging here, but in Russian, I'm like super smart. I can go in front of some 100 professors audience and I'll be completely confident and I'll be super cool and I will be able to speak properly in proper Russian. When it comes to English, I'll be like all, well, like that and so on. So you see, I can kind of hang out in a English speaking community, but I don't think I will be able to deliver a proper academic speech somewhere, leave alone academic writing. That's a big problem for me. Okay. Okay. What else? I've been talking like crazy. Why did you decide to teach English? I've never taught English. What are you talking about? I teach Russian. Oh, I see. Armstrong conversation has been happening here while I've been all active about English. Голос садится. Да, I'm losing my voice. Okay. Do you have any more questions? Because I'm just speaking like non-stop. Are you drink? I did not expect. No. Actually, I don't drink that much. It's a funny story how I got this bottle of champagne today. The owner of this apartment gave it to me because I agreed to leave the apartment for them to take pictures, and I came back here and I found an adorable mask for the coronavirus because it's impossible to buy it in any drugstore. So she gave some handmade mask for me. I literally almost cried. This is so touching. So I got the bottle of champagne and the mask. I'm super happy. Okay, I'll scroll up a little bit. Oh. Русский фильм «Чернобыль» с Харатьяном? Харатьян? В фильме про Чернобыль? Что там такое? Я не знаю такого. Lawyers in the government is way worse in my opinion. I don't know. Better than cosmonauts. Our experience proves it. Do you understand Polish, Slovak speech? About 70%. Now I easily go to the movies with my son to watch cartoons in Slovak dubbing. I love it. Can you recommend Russian novels? I don't know, there are just so many, and most of them are so difficult. What else? Any more questions? You mentioned you taught at university. What did you teach? Russian course? No, I was teaching Russian history. I am a historian at the first place. I taught Russian history course. Camelot, hell yeah. Yeah. Camelot is amazing. I loved playing the necromancers and raising the skeletons. I was always playing the Amazon, archery stuff. I loved it so much. And Barbarian was pretty cool too, with those screams of him. Nightwish, yes, with the old solo there. Unfortunately, the new voice I don't like that much. What else there? Russians are the masters in torrents. Yes, you can download basically anything. Oh, that's an amazing question. Are you a girl or a man? I don't know how to answer this. I still haven't decided. Your English is better. Okay. Your English is better than at least half of the American population. Thank you. Actually, I was like super surprised when I was a little bit older and I started to communicate with Americans, and I noticed that they were making mistakes. For me, it was like that Americans are confusing those you are and your. I was like, what? It's like super simple. So now I understand that even Americans make a lot of mistakes. How did you do on TOEFL? I did 110 out of 120. So I did really great, apparently. Unfortunately, I failed on speaking. And kind of that's the funny factor. I'm saying that I'm bad in everything else and my speaking is good. However, I got the lowest, what's the points, the lowest amounts of points on speaking. Okay, what else? I've heard that TOEFL bears little relationship to reality. TOEFL measures your ability to work with academic materials, academic writing, academic listening, like as if you are in college sitting on a bench and some professor is reading a lecture to you. You should understand it, even if it's a biology, if it's a psychology. I had a text about dancing bees, and then about the architecture in Arab Emirates, like, and about the sewers in Venice. I had all kinds of topics on my TOEFL. That's a little bit crazy. Where would you recommend start with Russian history? Because I'm used to a 230-year-old history. You start with the year 862. 862. When our first leader appeared, Rurik. How to make my reaction good in Russian. I'm talking Russian, I need much time. Reaction, you mean how fast you can respond or what? Again, TPRS, teaching proficiency through reading and storytelling. Also, try imitation technique. I've uploaded one lesson so far, but actually I've recorded 5 more. And I have the premium course, Russian pronunciation course. There is the entire imitating, shadowing section there, so you can find it on my website. Is there toilet paper in Slovakia? Yes, everything is fine with the toilet paper. Have you ever visited America? No. Okay. Have you ever been to North America? No. North, South, no. Unfortunately, not yet. Do you know any World War II veteran who told you any history? Absolutely. Unfortunately, nowadays, most of them are gone already. They passed away, and each and every year, fewer and fewer of them are left. And there were very many veterans coming to my school. I think it was like part of our patriotic education. So I remember those old ladies coming to us, and we were gathering in a big hall, all of us like 10 years old, 12 years old. And honestly, we couldn't care less about World War II, about veterans. We didn't care. We hated those meetings. It was the worst. And now I regret it so much. So unfortunately, now I don't have that opportunity anymore to communicate with those people. But I remember them telling a lot of stories about the blockade of Leningrad, about how they were evacuated from different parts of the country. Oh, Joshua, thank you for your support. I'm very grateful. And now I would love to speak to them. It was just so inappropriate to bring that kind of an information to children about war, about all those atrocities, about everything. So unfortunately, I didn't appreciate it that time when those veterans were coming to us in our school. And now, unfortunately, it's too late for me. But yeah, I remember many stories, very many stories. If you're interested about World War II in the Soviet Union, it's just only if you are a strong person, mentally strong, because when I watch the interviews with veterans on YouTube, or I just can't get rid of it. I keep thinking about it for days, and guys, really, if you are prepared for that. There are a lot of documentaries about the blockade in Leningrad, about the Stalingrad battle. But seriously, if you are sensitive, I'm not sure you need this. On my channel, you can find several videos. The one from Khatyn. Khatyn is a village in Belarus that was burned with all the villagers. They were burned alive in a little, what is it? Barn. What's the word? Barn. I think it's a barn. So they were burned there. And now it's a very beautiful memorial in Belarus. Also, I have a video about several memorials near Moscow about World War II, about the Victory Day. So you can just Google Victory Day in Russia, and I'm sure some of my videos will pop up on top of your search. I am very interested in the World War II history. I am really into it. I read everything I could find. I read all kinds of Hitler's biographies. I read Mein Kampf, even if it's forbidden in Russia officially, but I just wanted to know what was going on. So Mein Kampf was absolutely on my reading list. And yeah, but one thing is reading it in a book, just letters, just paper, and completely different when you hear it from that person who was there, who experienced it. Katyn тоже, somebody's saying. Katyn is another place. It's where the Polish officers were shot by Russians. I have a video from there too, and I had some problems with YouTube because of that, because a lot of Russians came to that video and started to complain on it. So, yeah, strange people. Oh, okay. What else? Actually, we started with the veterans. Прошедшие блокаду не выбрасывали хлебные крошки всю жизнь потом. Это было кощунством для них, жуткие рассказы. I'm gonna dwell on this a little bit. So people who survived the Leningrad blockade, they never threw away even the little crops of bread, little pieces, that are on the table, and you would just usually do it like that and throw them away. No, in Leningrad, it's just such a tragedy. I have no words to describe it. People were literally dying of hunger because they didn't have anything to eat. There were terrible stories of eating children. I just don't. It's just terrible what happened, and it brings tears to me like every time. And what's interesting, it was surprising to me. I was speaking to one of my students from my intensive course, Maren, maybe she's here, and she told me that she never heard of the blockade of Leningrad before. So it's not taught in schools, it's nowhere. Nobody knows about it outside of Russia, except for people who are really interested in World War II. So I don't know. I guess it's impossible to understand Russian people of today and Russian culture without going to the World War II history from the Soviet Union perspective, from the Stalingrad battle, from the Kursk battle, Kurskaya Duga, from what was going on in Ukraine, Babi Yar, in Belarus, Khatyn, in blockade of Leningrad, the bombarding of Moscow and everything. It's just Moscow battle on the hill. Yeah, because I guess it's so into every Russian person that I guess you can't understand Russian culture without knowing what was going on there. Crumbs, bread crumbs. Yes, exactly. So those people who survived the hunger of that time, the blockade, they were very, very sensitive about food. And even my grandmother, she's like super angry when I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat. I can't. Please. She's like, what? You can't throw away food. And even now, when we have so much of everything, we are just 30 types of bread in the store. And yeah, still difficult for me to kind of reconsider my point of view to food. I guess we're just brought up like that in Russia. Why are we speaking about World War II? Don't do that to me. If I start speaking about history, I'll never shut up, especially if I'm drinking champagne. I'm really a crazy historian, and honestly, sometimes I think about quitting this Russian language thing and just getting back to my beloved history. Yay. Some people actually don't know that I'm a historian, and yeah, I spent years writing my dissertation on history. While we're on the topic, love your Slavic history videos. Unfortunately, I stopped doing them. I really need to get back to them. Unfortunately, I'm always just get distracted by everything. What time is it there? It's midnight 24. It's like 24 minutes past midnight. Could you do a video about Karelia? I absolutely would love to, but I have never been there, unfortunately. One of my best friends lives there, so hopefully I will visit her one day. The nature there is just beyond. What's wrong with me? Beyond any words. Why don't you make your own app to learn Russian? Because I have no idea to how to make apps. Oh. Okay. Did I hear this was a great World War II film from Russian perspective? Certain battle, Panfilov's 28 Man. It's on YouTube. Never ever watch this movie. It's a piece of It's terrible. Please. It's like the biggest piece of Russian propaganda. The story of 28 Panfilovs, that's with Panfilovtsev. By the way, I have a video about the monument dedicated to their feet. Forgot the word for podvig. Feet? Something really heroic. What's the word for it? So that movie is terrible. Don't watch it. And don't watch any new Russian movies about World War II. They're all super propagandistic. Just better to read books. What are your thoughts on the USSR overall? It's a very complicated question. In general, I don't like it at all. Human lives meant this in the Soviet Union. 0. So nothing worse can happen to you than communism and socialism. How many months you need to learn Russian? Depends on you. Your native language depends on how effectively you are learning. Depends on your talent. Some people are great at math. Some people are great at languages. So I can't answer that question. Say I love you to me in Russian. Я люблю тебя. That's how you say it in Russian. Я тебя люблю. Okay. What was your dissertation topic? It was the Russian-Japanese War, 1904-1905, and its representation in Russian popular culture. Oh, so I'm a war person. Interested in war history. What are your favorite Russian books? I absolutely love Lermontov, Mikhail Yuryevich, a hero of our time, Герой нашего времени. My favorite book ever. I think I read it more than 10 times. I loved it when I was 14. I loved it when I was 18. I loved it when I was 21, when I was 30. Anytime. I read it so many times to understand what's going on. Why do I love it so much? Every time I find something new in it. So it's a hero of our time, Lermontov. Amazing book. Okay. Wine plus Daria, awesome history lecture. No, I'm not drunk. Some people who follow me on Instagram, they know how I look when I'm drunk. And unfortunately, there is no history. There are just crazy stories, singing songs. No, you don't want to see that, trust me. I'm learning about the 1917 Red October right now. What are you reading? I hope you're reading something good. Because again, beware of propaganda. Because it's such a controversial event. The Russian Revolution, just still, people are arguing even today. Operation Tiger. Yeah, I think there is a movie about it too. Baku. Привет. Tell us your own history. Did he leave you when you were pregnant? Who? What are you talking about? Why do you look sad? Because I'm speaking about the blockade of Leningrad, for Christ's sake. If you go to Petersburg, the former Leningrad city, be sure to visit the Piskarev cemetery. It was a place where all the dead people who were found on the street, who died in their houses, they were buried in Piskarev. It's called Piskarevskoye кладбище. there are millions of people, and there were so many dead bodies, they didn't even bury them in personal graves. So there were just giant fields of, like, just a little hill there, and thousands and millions of people are buried there. When you see that, it's just, there you understand what World War II actually was. It's not like, recently I went to a movie with my beloved Patrick Wilson. What was the name of it? About World War II. God, about American pilots. About American pilots. Jeez, forgot the Midway. Wasn't it Midway? And it's just so different to what we experienced here. So I guess in America, the attitude to World War II is just completely different. That's what I see from the movies and from the books and from communicating with people. So if you come to Russia, be sure to touch that part of history, because really it will help you to understand Russian people more. Окей. Белый тигр смотрела? Да, я смотрела Белый тигр. It's a very good movie. So what else here? What do you think are the most accurate Russian history books? They don't exist. Getting any historical books, you should always remember that first you need to understand and you need to check who wrote this book, why he wrote this, why did he decide to write this book, what was the reason. It's like, for example, the death of Nicholas II, you know, this tragedy when this entire family was shot and murdered, and somebody decides to write a book about it. So what's the background of that person, of the author? Maybe he comes from a very poor peasant Russian family who was suppressed for generations by the rich people, and they suffered and everything was terrible. So imagine what point of view this person has. Of course, he or she is happy that finally this tyrant he got what he deserved, and now everybody was liberated and the new life started. Now imagine that it was one of the, I don't know, grandson of some nobleman in Russia of that time, who was very educated, working as a professor in St. Petersburg University and doing very good things for the society and being like all nice. But for some reason, just because he was pretty rich and noble and everything, he was just murdered. And nobody gave two things to think about how nice he was. He was just murdered during the revolution. So now imagine the point of view of that person, of that background, that family. Of course, they're saying that they are terrible people, murderers and barbarians who killed the Tsar's family, and Russia got to chaos, and since then everything was terrible. So it's like that with any historical events. And that's why history is so fascinating and so interesting. So you always get deeper and deeper. And it's very difficult to form your own opinion, getting through all those attitudes of other people. Dostoevsky or Tolstoy? Dostoevsky, absolutely. I hate Tolstoy. Would you learn Ukrainian or Icelandic? Ukrainian, of course. Mass graves, yes, thank you. In Russian, we say bratskие могилы. It means kind of a brothers' graves. So all the people buried there, they're like brothers in the same grave. You should make a channel on Twitch. I know. Midway. Yes, Battle of Midway. So, what time is it? We've been here for 2 hours and a half. What's going on here? What? Peter the Great was great? Yeah, that's why he's called great. He did great things to Russia, awakening Russia from some terrible ancient things. Do you remember any of the famous Soviet hockey players? Mikhailov, Tretyak. Tretyak, he was pretty good when he was young. But unfortunately, just like Tereshkova, cosmonaut, he got all political and sportsman, and they should not go to politics. The things he's saying, I can't respect him anymore. I respect him as a sportsman, but after some of his speeches, I'm just like, I wish I'd never seen them and kept my respect for that person. Okay. As far as a propaganda rating, I lost the question. Would you consider Russia Today documentaries worth it at all? Yeah, you can watch them. They're very propagandistic, but they're very high quality. So just watch something else too on top of that, so you can make your own opinion. So to have your own opinion, always just find 5 different sources about the same event, and then you will try to understand what was going on. Why do you hate Tolstoy? I don't know. It just doesn't. When I read Dostoevsky, I feel it like a person, like, I don't know, I get the feeling I can relate to what's going on with at least one character in a book. I can absolutely relate to, like an idiot, or in Crime and Punishment, or in I don't know how it's in English. It's my favorite book, Униженные и оскорбленные. I can always find something that I can relate to. In Tolstoy's works, I don't know, I read like almost everything. War and Peace, I think Anna Karenina, his short stories, and I just don't know. I don't know. I know he's a great writer and everything, but I just don't like those characters. I don't understand why they are considered so great. Okay. Have you seen Yekaterina? There were several series. I think one with Yulia Snegir. I didn't like it. The costumes were nice, but I don't know. Doesn't look authentic to me. What about Kasparov and his role in politics? That's a very difficult situation, because he's not in our government. He's just spreading his attitudes. I have nothing against people who have some political views, and I don't know. I respect Kasparov very, very much. By the way, if you want to hear some interviews with him, go to the podcast app and you will find amazing episodes in James Altucher's show with Kasparov. Very smart man. Okay, any more questions? I think we're far beyond the Russian language learning. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you like soccer? Not really. My son loves it, unfortunately. I love hockey. Absolutely super hockey fan. Detroit Red Wings. Are you more conservative or liberal? I think I'm liberal, but I don't know. I don't know. I also dislike Tolstoy. I cannot relate to his characters. They're all spoiled rich people. In Dostoevsky, there exists real people, good and bad. I wouldn't say it's about being rich. I love rich people who got to their wellness by some work, and I have nothing against rich people. But Tolstoy, he's just, I don't know, maybe it's because he was influenced by religion so much. And I can't get rid of the idea that he's kind of really fake as a person, because in his works, everything like is always super moral. There is always this moral fiber. He's trying to educate you, like how to be a good person, how to be a good woman. And if you look at Tolstoy's biography, he's like the most perverted, and he's like crazy. They say he had like dozens of children throughout the entire village. So no moral there. That's why I don't like when some people are really, I wouldn't say bad, by kind of, and they try to teach others how to live. I just can't relate to that. But I understand that he's a great Russian writer. I like Dostoevsky much more still. Can you make a video about a borscht recipe? I don't know. My kitchen is not that pretty. Stay home and we pray to be safe. I'm staying home mostly. I just go to the grocery store. You are married, you break my heart. I'm not married anymore. So fix your heart. Everything's fine. Any advice for learning when to use verbal aspects? I can't seem to understand them. Yeah. Russian verbs are insane. So I recommend you just to learn with patterns. So make some pattern and just replace verbs and nouns in it. So just don't get too much into a theory. Just go to practical examples. The fastest way to learn Russian. There is no fast way to learn Russian, unfortunately. And it's too personal. It's too individual, I mean. Dostoevsky was much more influenced by religion itself. I know, and all those Christian motives in Crime and Punishment. But in Dostoevsky's literature, it's somehow not annoying at all. Like, no. I don't know, maybe I just hate Tolstoy. Let's just admit it. And for some reason, by the way, when I traveled to Tolstoy's grave, I nearly cried. For some reason, I was staying there. By the way, he was banned from the Orthodox Church. Did you know that? So he was not even allowed to be buried properly, Tolstoy. So his grave is just like this flat ground and just a little tiny hill covered with grass. No sign, no dates, nothing. That's the grave of Tolstoy. And when I was staying there just in front of it, I had such a crazy feeling there. I almost cried. Very interesting experience. What else? Do you have a Russian noun video? I do have it among my From Zero to Fluency videos. What else? Oh, people are coming out to date me. No, I'm a very boring person. Don't date me. You'll die of boredom and historical conversations. Ah, what are the most important and used vocabularies that I should learn to speak? The ones you speak in your native language. So it's the best solution. What you want to say in your native language, find out how to say it in Russian. That's what you need. Are you Catholic or Muslim? I'm no one actually. I think I was brought in the Orthodox church community. My grandmother, by my father's side, she was very religious. She was explaining the Jesus to me and how it's all organized and everything. Just don't care about it. But I am Christianized actually. I was like some pope guy in a church. Some priest, I mean, was pouring water to me and saying something over my head when I was little. But I don't know. I'm very interested in religions and I have been studying different religions for like 10 years. Sometime I was very into Buddhism. I was reading so much about Buddhism and about Muslim religion. I read Quran and I really like religions from the historical point of view, from the point of view how different societies are developing based on their religions and how this thing influences that thing and how it all develops in the global. Ugh, that's fascinating. What got Tolstoy banned? What's the word? Excommunicated from the church. Just Google his biography. It's a long story because of his attitude. He is a very complicated person, Tolstoy. Do you like the book Dr. Zhivago? I can't say I like it. I understand it's a great book. No wonder he got his prize, Pasternak. But you are married anyway. Okay, if you think so. All right. Some crazy Russian person here. But I guess nobody understands his comments. Are you staying on this chat all night? I don't know, I'm just I don't have anything else to do because my son is with his dad's tonight and I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow because I'm in quarantine. So why not? We haven't had this conversation time on YouTube. You've mentioned that you love poetry. Do you have a favorite modern Russian poet? Poloskova, Vera. Vera Poloskova. She's actually a good friend of my father. I'm not sure. I don't like her. I like Dmitry Bykov. Dmitry Bykov, that big dude with mustache. He has wonderful poems. Dmitry Bykov. If you want to learn some modern Russian poetry, check out Bykov. Amazing person. What else? History of Orthodox Church in Slavic countries. It's a very interesting topic. Very interesting. Because Russian culture is very much connected and rooted in the Orthodox culture. Did God create man or did man create God? If I knew, I don't know. Okay. Funny, Daria. Why am I funny? Am I funny? Greetings from Vancouver. Hi. Yeah, people are stuck in their homes. Okay, God, it's almost 1 a.m. What books are banned in Russia? I don't know. I know for sure that Hitler is banned in Russia. Mein Kampf is absolutely banned. What else? Here. Any more questions? I don't see any questions. What's going on? What's the situation in Russia with the epidemic? I'm not in Russia now, but I have a lot of friends in Russia, and Russia is in the denial stage. They kind of just now starting to realize that something's going on. And still, the kindergartens are working, the schools are working, and movie centers are opened. So, no quarantine in Russia, surprisingly. But I guess it's very bad there. Okay, so situation is not nice. What else? Please suggest some books. What kind of books? What kind of books there? Russian literature? I already suggested. Lermontov. Why does Russia ban books? I think Hitler's Mein Kampf is banned in many countries. It's not like Russia is evil country banning books. Do you have any interest in philosophy? I don't know. Wait a second, I'm answering some messages here. I was once interested in philosophy, and I even had the philosophy class at college and in school. And God, we have Adolf Hitler in the chat asking, why would I be banned in Russia? Oh God, I just love it so much. Oh my God, it's the best evening of my life. Belarus is also in denial about the virus. Russia closed the borders with Belarus. Полоскова, подруга вашего папы, да. Она с ним встречается тут на всяких творческих вечерах. They exchange books and everything. My dad is a writer as well. Have you read about the history of India? I did. And back at my university, I was pretty good at Indian history and about your religion and about all that system. Do you like classic Russian music like Rachmaninoff? I like Tchaikovsky a lot, but not that I'm going everywhere and listening like to Russian classical music. What else? Have you seen the Soviet Superman movie? What is it? Give me a link. Can you suggest any shows like Ну Погоди for beginners? Do you use Ну Погоди for learning Russian? There is like zero Russian language there. They don't speak. There is literally just that line, Ну Погоди. I'd recommend like Малышарики, Смешарики, Котенок Гав. Does the Russian government really hide true number of COVID-19 cases? I don't think they just hide it and cover it. The problem is that people are not tested because the symptoms are like a normal, simple flu. Most Russian people, they just don't care. Russian people don't go to hospitals until it's really super bad. So I guess thousands of people have no idea they're even having that virus. Where can you watch Russian series online for free? On YouTube. Tons of them on YouTube. Do you like Mexico? I have never been there, so unfortunately, I don't know if I like it. Maybe one day. Daria is a smart and good teacher. Thank you. Will you study in America? If this whole situation with the virus is resolved, yes, I will. So do you have any more questions? We've been here for, I think, 3 hours. We started, it's 1 a.m. We've been here for 3 hours, guys. Do you understand that? This is insane. Never happened. Never ever happened on this channel. 3 times, 3 hours on the live stream. Do you understand texts written in Old Russian? Yes. I had 5, I think it was maybe 4 months of studying the Old Russian in my university, the ancient Russian class. So we were reading all those authentic texts from the 16th century Russian. Okay. Why is the Russian payment system so terrible? What do you mean by payment system? Russia is using Visa and MasterCard like everybody else does. Come on, Daria, are you sleepy? No, SHMYAK woke me up. What else? Is Russian economic potential fully realized? Can we have a party at your house? Oh, Slovak people, Slovak neighbors are very quiet and peaceful. They go to bed at 8 p.m. So if you're ready to end the party at 7, you're very welcome to have a party here. You are welcome to study in Canada. Oh, well, thank you. But I didn't apply to any colleges in Canada. Could you recommend books for history about the Russian history and Russian language, but easy to non-Russians? There are no easy books on Russian history for non-Russians, unfortunately. Sorry to disappoint you. Do another Russian history lesson. I will try. What else? The radiation that comes out. Radiation. Yeah. Tell me about that. What else? Do you have any more questions? I think we're just, I don't know, wasting everybody's time here. Oh. Suggest some channels to know the Russian culture. Channels. I don't know. A lot of channels. No, honestly, I don't even know. Maybe Real Russia by Baklikov. He travels to different parts of Russia and Petersburg and makes videos about Russian culture. What else here? Застолье с песнями. Spanky ham. Yeah, I like to sing. Как вам жизнь за границей? How do you like living abroad? I like it because it's just so small here. I really like the ability to travel around. Because in Russia is just so gigantic. Russia is so huge that traveling here, I don't know, I've been to more than 50, 60 Russian cities, but it takes a while to drive from one city to another. Here, it's like you drive for 1 hour and you are in another country, and here this amazing person from the 16th century was hanging around. Here, that event happened. There, that battle happened. So it's just all around here. I love living in Europe. It's absolutely amazing. It has been my dream for years to be able to just hop into the car and just drive to I don't know, to any historical place. It's just so incredible. Russia is just too large. You can only fly from there. Russian with Max touches on Russian culture at times. Yeah, he's amazing. Max is great. It's my birthday. Can you wish me happy birthday, Nate? Nate, с днем рождения. Happy birthday. Счастья, happiness, здоровья, health, and love, любви. I wish you all the best on your birthday, and I really hope that everything will be just incredibly amazing in your life. В России много интервьюеров на Ютубе. У вас есть любимый? Нет. Дудь нормальный, но я не фанатка Дудя. Okay. Can you suggest podcasts or website to help the conversational Russians? I have a podcast. I have a slow Russian podcast. I have a TPRS Russian podcast, and I have a Russian pronunciation podcast. So, go there. Have you ever traveled in the Siberian train? Of course I did. I even have a video I have 2 videos about Russian trains. One of them is called I think about Russian railroads or something, and another one is called Cheap Russian Train. Daniel is asking if I plan to stay in Slovakia for long. My residence in Slovakia lasts till December this year. It's 2 years, so in December it will expire if I don't prolong it. But I was accepted at the University of Colorado with full funding, so it's basically free education and teaching assistantship experience there. But due to this coronavirus, I'm not sure that I'll be able to get my visa, so maybe I will stay in Slovakia for a little bit more. If everything is fine, I will go to Colorado, Boulder. Okay, people who are going to sleep, nighty night. Nighty night. Good night. I guess we all should go to sleep. So it's very late here. Thank you very much for staying with me, guys. And yeah, it's been not about just the Russian language learning, but I'm in quarantine. I'm bored, so sorry about this sidetracked conversation. Thank you very much, guys. I'll be really happy if you press like under this video, and if you have any questions, you can find me on Instagram, on my website, so feel free to contact me anywhere, where it's comfortable for you. And I see you here the next Tuesday, and hopefully you will watch my other videos as well. Go to my channel and you will find plenty of Russian language lessons to enjoy while you are on this quarantine. Все, guys, 1 a.m. time to sleep. Thank you very much. Всем большое спасибо и пока. Bye-bye.